have the spyglass at hand.
A little bit of back and forth with 11 Eidolons up there this whole time, trying to chase them down at times. Get the last hits.
I've been watching lane quite a bit. I was just kind of interested how it go down. It looks like Lycan's been outplaying 11 pretty hard. The arcane boots came way later than 11 wanted them. He had to be very conservative with his conversion usage because he didn't get a good time on the arcane boots. He couldn't actually spam the conversions, and Lycan was actually farming most of those Eidolons, having a pretty good time and just kind of outplaying the Enigma, with 11 unable to sometimes out-micro him. Between the 4-man shield and the Viral Impulse for Monet, he's able to have quite a bit of sustain in lane. Yes. He doesn't have to worry about taking too much damage from the Eidolons. So he can actually, and then once he gets his boots, he outpaces them, so he can kind of hunt them down a little bit if they try to last hit it. I think that was the big faux pas of 11 is he prioritized harassing too much early on when Lycan's just going to heal it off versus actually securing those last hits and just getting your items up.
Ooh, hard shots onto Inflame as he is the man left alone here in the bottom. He'll be able to walk away from it, but you know, that's the thing is, while it's now established that the best thing going for LFY in the laning phase is going to be Monet in this top lane, the other lanes are suffering a little bit, and but are getting some decent farm here too. Being 34 and 15 now on our Death Prophet here, and look where the swap is falling down. Now a tussle over the rune nearby. They begin to swing it out here. Siphon already onto Afu, but he wants to dance. Oh, snowball dodge of the Sonic Wave, but he's still in a lot of trouble. They will be able to burst her down. Afu tries to run out and will be able to step away. Yao trying to swing into action, almost going to lose his life, will end up being dropped, and this just all falls into wonderful place for LFY as they take 3.
Oh, and they even got the team shower going too.
Oh, I like that. When you just have a great fight and then, you know, you have to go back and hit the showers, after a job well done.
That's 2 great rotations there. First, you saw DDC TPing to the shrine, which was closer to the fight to come help, and then also the offline rotation coming in from Viewpoint time as well to kind of mop up the fight. And this is something that a difference in the offlaners. AT can obviously be a little bit more active early on. He can just come in and punch people, use his spirit to contribute, whereas the Enigma, for the most part, is not going to want to rotate early. He's going to want to get up itemization and black holes.
Hard move on to maybe in the mid lane. Set up in the Oracle, but look at this time. It's LGD who have reinforcements. They will turn it around and take down Afu. Now jumping in is going to be Super. They needed just a bit more to get out maybe, but they couldn't do it. He turns around with a Crypt Swarm. Can't quite get Super, and it's going to be Super who now baits him maybe to do his death. Fighting in forward now is going to be Inflame. He needs one more punch and he will get it. On the other side, Yao will also get dropped. It's another wonderful trade for LFY.
Took another team shower. Oh, the other one's down. Sad times. But Yao just started forward trying to finish off this Oracle. Couldn't quite do it with a disarm coming out. And definitely the fact LFY just willing to commit more numbers on this mid lane, utilize this first nighttime green effect was really paying off for them. Meanwhile, Enigma's just playing that farming mode. This is kind of what you picked the Enigma for, so you can't really fault 11 for anything he's doing. There was potential for him to TP in at the tier 1 tower and perhaps look to turn it around, but it's also unreliable. If you TP in, you don't get those kills. You've lost a lot of time where you could be farming. It's not your job to be a tempo control. It is your job as Enigma to farm up, get your Midas, Blink Dagger, BKB.
Yep. We talk about some of the details that LGD really has to be careful. First, obviously, is the Inflame Elder Titan, whose presence has been there for these fights. The other is the first night just ended, so they took those fights during nighttime with a follow-up on the Lycan as well, and that just gives them that much more extra, obviously double.
Chrono bottom lane, kill onto Afu. Sorry, Jack, go on.
So you really have to be careful because you know that your Enigma is not going to be there. He's not going to rotate those fights, and you know there's a giant howl bonus coming out as well, so you cannot take those skirmishes after LGD.
11's in trouble. Goes for the TP out, and will be able to make it. Barely. Good for him that and does not cancel TPs. Just a simple route. Bottom lane. Flame is in action now. Gets the stomp onto Ame, but he's fine by that. So Ame also picks up another kill in this bottom lane, by the way, and just continuing to truck through some good CS. So Faceless Void is coming together well. Enigma is developing forward. So while it's feeling like LFY are getting a lot of these trades by committing a lot more bodies into these fights, the big boy ultis and spells are going to be coming soon for LGD.
Oh yeah. First Exorcism uses maybe soon as this smoke top will run into DDC or possibly Monet. That's the bigger kill. He does not have ulti.
Neither does DDC to bail him out. Monet just gets slowly sucked up. Fate's Edict actually helps out with the magic a bit, but yeah, they end up spotting out where the Oracle is. They'll roll over and they'll just take them both out of this top lane.
I feel like one of the toughest support traps you fall into. Like your carry gets ganked and he's dead, but you know you're a 5-position support. You're always willing to throw your life away for a support. Like if that's the support getting caught and the carry next to them, they'll always abandon the support. But supports you every single time. I feel like 9 times out of 10, that Oracle there is going to try and save the life, even though he should just let him die.
Yeah, because I've seen plenty of plays where that support does manage to hand over their own life for the save of the core, and the core is able to make it away. So for that 5, that's just part of your job.
He was beyond save. He's got that 2-minute cooldown on the shapeshift at level 1, so there's no way he's going to have it back after kind of smart kill.
Well, Ame, he gets done despite the time warp.
Yeah, 10 seconds, 15 seconds or so before Chrono was even going to be up if he wanted to have it defensively. Doesn't matter. He just gets assaulted in the bot lane between the 3.
Really nice kill. They got him just before the time walk came back up, but he almost lives there, but will be a potential tower trade with no LGD heroes positioned at bottom to defend. They're going to take the top tier one as a kind of trade for that, although they did not want to see their Void getting picked off there. That does kind of set them back a little bit.
But with them taking down that top tier 1 and now pressuring this tier 2, does open up an easier path for LGD to kind of contest LFY's jungle and thus contest the farm of what Lycan could be up to. Yep. Here is Afu in the mid lane. Both the supports are trying to get level 6 going, and it looks like they're going to commit it with the Chrono. That cold feet will guarantee the double set of lockdown, but False Promise does come in from DDC. Will help bail him out. Can they get enough damage onto him? They guarantee the finish. Sonic Wave from behind. Super gets a beautiful setup, but now the Black Hole going to be committed onto the Wolf, and the Wolf just simply runs out of that space. Now a nice stomp setup from Inflame. They're going to run into action now. Ice Blast comes through the team. Hits him where it hurts. The Crypt Swarm flies through them, and they could begin to crumble. Good turnaround play once again from LGD, but everyone badly beaten and bloody.
Monet barely surviving on that Lycan with the Ice Blast on him. We thinking his lucky stars he didn't take an extra like 10-20 points of damage, he would have shattered.
Like how many heroes ran away from that fight holding their sides? It just felt like 3 heroes on each team just limping away to try to get to the fountain.
Time is money.
It was a great time to get that level 6 on Yao's AA. His ulti could not have come at a better time for LGD. It looked like that fight was about to swing LFY's way. A great counter-initiated play. That stomp first splitter was fantastic.
It did take him a little. It just took him a little bit longer than they probably anticipated to get that Night Stalker down. A lot of credit to DDC rotating, and of course with that False Promise. So at that point, it was a bit of an awkward situation where LGD, it's like, well, we got to make sure we get those few extra shots in so that he definitely dies. But then you're probably putting yourself in an awkward spot, and thus LFY find good opportunities to turn it around. Super coming in from behind with a pretty damn good Sonic Wave, but in both teams' case, they just were short a little bit in the damage department.
That's a big problem when the hero you chrono doesn't die. I think we kind of saw there, and that really just sets you back as far as the whole fight is concerned.
Simultaneous action possibly. While they make a jump on the bottom lane, they are going to be able to get the grab onto the Tusk as Victoria does fall. Yao is able to make it out, but not so lucky for his fellow support friend.
Interesting to hear from Monet after getting the first 2 points in Howl and Feral Impulse. He's opted to put every subsequent point into Wolves. So it looks like he wants that max Wolves early on. Maybe not much to help with the farm, but just to keep an eye on LGD heroes. That's going to be really important if they can scout out, say, the Void, and especially the Enigma, kind of keep tabs on them and look at their positioning to see if there's ult coming. So it's an interesting choice there, but at the same time, with the Night Stalker synergy, this is the second night, of course, with the Howl. It's going to miss a little bit of bonus damage.
Oh, just as Monet was trying to shape-shift into action, it's Ame who steps in with a double damage into Chronosphere to be able to take him down. Snowballing on forward, they will be able to get the finish. And now LGD are on the hunt here, looking for Afu, who is just flying his way through the trees. He'll suddenly pop out and be able to make it away, but good gank rotation for LGD, and they get the core down.
That's the Chronos you're looking for. Kill the cores. Don't care if it's a solo Chronos. Look, you get a kill every time you use it. LGD find perhaps the biggest kill they could on the map. Also, not just going for the Max Wolves build, Jack, but going for a Vlad's Necro build. This is not the typical Lycan build we've been seeing. It's mostly been like that Master Man and Armor BKB right click build. He did. He silenced himself.
He's trying to run. But gets the time walk off. Will avoid the Sonic Wave finish.
No black hole just yet. 5 seconds.
Yeah, 11 was stepping up, getting ready to slam his chest, but a bit short of the cooldown. And almost dies. Jump there from Super. LFY backs off, and nobody goes down in this mid lane trade.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice there from Nate, and it kind of hints at what they expect if this game goes a little bit longer, mid to late game. Again, they don't really get to start fights, so they're going to want to take the early Roshan. They want to be able to get this kind of push timing going where the early ult's impact is minimized a little bit because there's a little bit less timing on it, you get a little bit less damage done, the cooldowns are a bit longer. So maybe they think, hey, if we can survive these in between the cooldowns of these big ults, we can really take some objectives and try to win the game that way, instead of making this go long when we don't have a reliable initiation.
Their lineup actually falls off horribly in the late game, I feel. They have nothing to match it. Like, LGD late game, you've got Chronosphere and Black Hole. So not even looking at like the carries and who's dealing out more damage, just how do you actually teamfight into BKB Black Hole late game? Enigma's going to get to that point. He's got tons of farm, he's got Midas going. Void's going to have the Chronosphere. The Dire side, they just don't have the big ultis to match that late game of LGD. So definitely kind of agree they need to have this strong early game.
Baby's out in front now with the Exorcism. They're looking to take a tier 1. Behind is Afu. Maybe could creep in with a behind the back silence to cancel a hole or something. Seems ambitious, but he's there as an option. But this is a slow takedown. Yeah, daytime rolls out. The tier 1 goes down. Why are they going to be committing it for a defense? Super's creeping in, but he has no Sonic Wave on this one, and that's when Ame makes the move. Gets nice chrono, followed Ice Blast, Soul Siphon, and they guarantee the finish of the Oracle, so he can't even bail out anyone else. They'll also pick up Inflame, and LGD take this party right down mid lane.
Great position from Ame to find a time walk into Chronosphere, and then I think on the other side, LFY Oracle core positioning.
Oh, they're going to get Super. Also, they set it up with a Yules, and they have a Black Hole wait.
And the beauty of this is that there's no real pressure on LGD. Like, it's one of those situations where they can kind of just take one core kill at a time. They can just totally back off and farm if they need to keep the waves pushed, not lose too many towers. They've only dropped 1 tower so far, so there's no real like pressure on them either. It's not like they have to get huge plays with these ults, or they have to get. It's a little bit like the Magnus situation where it's like, you don't want Magnus to be in the position where he has to hit a 4-man RP for them to win a fight, but you can put him in a position where it's like, hey, I RP'd a core, core's dead, we can just back off, reset. Next time it comes up, we'll kill another core. They can do that. They just totally have options with this draft.
Well, we've seen, like, yeah, the Chrono solo kill in Lycan. We've now seen a Black Hole for a solo kill in a Queen of Pain. This most recent Chrono did catch 2 and was for a team fight plus a tower, but I think the general philosophy for LGD will be, as you say, just single hero ultis. That's fine, because you have the late game, because you can play at a slower pace. You don't have to take a ton of objectives and win the game early. You're freed up to be a lot less greedy with your ultimate usage. For LFY, the pressure's really on. Like the Black Hole was used, Exorcism used recently. It really feels like, yeah, they've got to go and make something happen. Radiant Scan spots them at the Roshan pit. Ice Blast, no one in there though. And now they know Ice Blast is on cooldown. May give them a bit of motivation to push forward further forward, but the problem is the scan still scattered them, so the LGD still kind of know what's going on.
LFY don't stop the chase though. They call out the darkness, and they'll take the time to go ahead and scuff the board. And with that, they also take out 11. He's probably going to go onto it, but only if he was to continue walking that way. But again, 11 I'll just turn back that way.
I'll lose a tier 1 tower. This is fine for LGD. You give up. Okay, this is less fun.
And he will go down. Nice little pick there.
Taking towers at nighttime when ultis are down. That is the name of the game for LFY. But most ultis starting to come back up. Just the Black Hole is missing for LGD.
I think also the book also wants to piggyback off of that Howl synergy with the Night Stalker, as they want to be able to form this like, pushing force where if they do manage to win a fight or dodge some ults, they can just take down an entire lane.
Right by the pit. Chrono Ice Blast. False promise, but
actually
he gets a lot of shots.
Oh, we can't.
No, definitely not now. There goes. He's getting off the stream. Oh, a time lock's there. 11 is trying to casually right-click him down, but Super just continues to walk and makes it to the shrine, and he's going to be good.
The Ice Blast wore off as the False Promise, like right before the False Promise proc, so he still got the False Promise heal, like slightly. Look, I don't know how this, like this AA plus Oracle interaction is a weird one. I'm not totally sure how that works. In theory, if you're meant to heal, it just means you'll just stay at a flat HP if you have Ice Blast on.
Yeah. If he was BT the Queen of Pain in that case, yeah, no healing but no damage either. Yeah. Oh, LGD. We're going to move inside the pit with the Exorcism to try to finish off the roast, but that is when LFY run inside. Sonic Wave to blast the front door. Ame's going to be able to get the finish and claim up the Aegis here. Afu looking to run in, going for the finish. Onto 11, is able to get it. Looks like it will cost him his life. He gets hit with a cold feet, and he's frozen solid here. Exorcism is still out, though, putting in some work. Good trap with the Shark. And Inflame just charges through the Valley of Shadow of Death. Down into the grade. 1 for 2 trade.
We keep taking these fights just needing one ultimate. That one's an Exorcism. The fight before is just a Chrono. Next fight they'll solve a Black Hole. It never really feels like LGD is required to use all 3 big ults to actually secure themselves a team fight. And that's while it was nighttime too. These fights are at least meant to go a little bit better for LFY, but farm on some of their heroes just not there. Monet with just treads Vlads is not all that scary as a Lycan. The Queen of Pain has the Veil, which is definitely kind of an okay point for her to be at, but as a whole this team is still just not really feeling all that scary.
It's almost a bad sign for LFY if LGD does use more than one ult. It means that you've been clumped together and they just pile on top of you. It's almost like, you know, that's the only situation in which they have to commit that much at the same time. So, LFY, I was wondering where I'd seen this lineup before, because at the Summit, I think the first game that VGJ played, they had a kind of similar lineup to this. It was a Lycan as well with FY and the Night Stalker. He had a very successful early game. I think they had a quap mid as well, and there was a bunch of kills, but then they kind of really just ran out of gas, and that kind of feels like what happened to LFY also this game. It's sort of steadily in that direction the last few minutes.
About to reach a point where this silence may not be as big of a deal. Even the Rod of Atos on Elder Titan can be countered. The Void is going to have a Manta style shortly. The Enigma going for a Greaves. They are recognizing that. But silence can be kind of pesky. Bottom lane, they get the Atos onto Super into a silence, but purged off by the Fortune's End.
And,
oh, the snowball will it reach it?
Yes, it will. TP's going to be canceled, and Ice Blast will even fly in and find connection.
Close.
So even if he blinks away, he slowly tickles down. It's about to conclude. They need a little bit more. He blinks down, and he is fine. He doesn't have a TP, though.
Midnight Pulse dropped every tree except the tree that was hiding him.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
oh,
it was really the matter of one tree saved him twice over there, because Victoria was one tree away from giving him the fatal Walrus punch.
Is under attack.
Ultimately, even though they don't get the kill, they didn't commit any ultimates. It's actually, well, they commit the Ice Blast, none of the big 3 ultimates, and they're still in a position to push forward at bottom lane. Likely we'll see 2 towers dropping here. Cop's gonna like show us up, be like, hey, by the way, guys, here I was. Haha.
That's the wave, maybe?
Yeah, that's like the best thing to do after you get like a juke like that, is just like walk out by a creep wave before you TP. Just be like, here I am, guys, I juked you.
She has to get back though, because she doesn't have a TP and she can't go to the shop to buy one.
Oh, she's been spotted. And who's laughing now? They snowball in, trapped with shards. She actually gets hit from that Ice Blast. Still only level 1 though. She's just gonna walk herself all the way back and out. But look at Afu crossing paths with Ame. Hits him up with the silence, but does not want to follow up with anything else. But Ame does. Runs on in and catches the Night Stalker trying to fly over those trees. DDC walks forward and then changes his mind.
And they're saving there, and that's a Chrono for a Night Stalker, but again, these kind of one hero ultimates don't really bother LGD. Any kind of numbers advance, they can still push, they can still fight. At no point do you want to fight into exit. So as long as you've got that ultimate, LFY will be scared about engaging into LGD. They don't really have enough burst damage, it still feels, to pick this Death Prophet, despite it being the 3rd pick and LFY having 3 picks to respond to it. It feels like they got the Queen of Pain, the ET's like not bad, but the Lycan pick really struggles against this Death Prophet, even more so because of his aim.
Quad, Ice Blast, Soul Siphon, Inflame. Sucked alive, the Fate's Edict will help him out though. LGD back off a bit, returning towards the pressure on the tier 2 on LFY. in a full defense here.
No Exorcism yet. Interesting that maybe he's holding it and not looking to just push with it.
This is Greaves, Black Hole, up and ready, Exorcism waiting. Surely LGD have a much stronger team fight here, plus they don't even have the Lycan. Lycan's currently pushing mid lane. Imagine this. It would be a lot easier if they had Ame with the chrono good to go. The initiation is just a little awkward at the moment.
Relying more on this Atos perhaps.
Yeah. And there's that Atos grab. Can they silence and lock down Super enough? No, he's going to be able to blink the other side. Look at Ame. He is just taking the Oracle out of this fight if possible. Apu shows himself within the trees nearby, but he continues to chase down DDC, actually forces out the false promise, so now that's going to be taken off the table. LGD back off at this moment and finish off that tier 2. Apu will have to TP back indoors where it's safe. While that happens, you know, Lycan gets that tier 1 and gets the tier 2 in the mid lane.
Overall, a success for LFY.
Oh, but as LFY move down the lane, they turn around with a rod and a black hole to get the finish onto Super, while Ame again zones out DDC from helping anyone out. So they get 2, and they get a 2-man chrono as a follow-up. Here comes an Ice Blast. Will find connection onto the Night Stalker as they finish off in Flame, or will they? Oh! Nice void. Stops him in his place. Now it's going to be in Flame trying to help out his buddy, but he gets caught with the Yules. Now maybe he's like, take care of my boss, no problem.
Like the tier 3, which is a pretty big achievement for him, but the losses are kind of hard to justify for LFY. They're still in a position where next team fight they could lose a Rax. The split push worked this time, but it's just not going to be a long-term road to success for them. It worked because LGD were like, well, we still got a tier 2, then a tier 3. Let's just take this fight. We know we're going to win it. And next time they're going to be like, well, we got to stop the split push because we haven't got a tier 3 anymore. So I do imagine LGD are going to be more prepared for the split push next time, although it was at least a decent move from Monet considering his ability to team fight is kind of non-existent right now.
Yeah, it's kind of the most he could have gotten out of it. He's probably telling his teammates, guys, just, you know, keep them busy, pull them off for a little bit, don't die, and we'll see what I can do here. I don't expect that to really work out to it, but then, yeah, once again, like, in terms of team fighting, there's so many ways to disrupt or cancel the shapeshift. He's not going to get BKB until his next item, which is probably not going to come until about 30 minutes or so. And even then, with like the chronosphere and the black hole, they absolutely need to hold him in place. They can't. Walrus punches well, all going through BKB.
You see his pickup from it Flame? He got Rod, he's going straight up Refresher next.
Rod of Atos, well, he went phase this game, but Rod of Atos Treads is a pretty frequent build for him on the off lane.
This
refresher?
Yeah,
Not refresher.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
though.
the big question.
He's just like, okay, we're just going to 0 to 60 here.
It's, I mean, playing around the ultimate, he wants to have, he's kind of responsible for canceling the Enigma Black Hole, and I think they also realize, crap, these guys are coming at us, pushing the high ground soon, we are in trouble. It's going big. Going for the big power late game play.
I like it. Shows cojones. I want to see double Earth Splitter in one fight.
The Spirit's the extras.
You can't get double Spirit, can you? No, because you have to pull it back first, right? Yeah, you can't get double Spirit.
Yeah, but Spirit more frequently there. More frequently Spirit.
You know, his Spirit just came back to him and it was 1 second away from being back up, guys.
Oh,
I'm gonna I'm gonna shut this one down before we get carried away, Jack.
I tried to help you, Jack. I'm sorry. I tried.
Alright, well, we'll stick together from here on out. We are a team. Precious Spirit, I love it.
Double Earth Splitter, though. That's the thing that we're in this for. Double Rod and double whatever else he wants to go
double
for.
Soul Ring, man.
Double Soul Ring. My goodness, of course. Here's LGD, though, actually looking to tickle their way into LFY's neighborhood. Who is, get the hell off my lawn. Forces him back and across the river. Here. It's the D ward for now.
Eyes on Roche as the BKB, the thirst comes up for Enigma. Void's not far behind. And it is worrisome now. Yeah, the Earth Splitter is the solution for these, I guess.
Yeah, that is going to be the best thing they could ask for, but like you were talking about in the draft, just you gotta wait that little bit of time before it actually happens. There's a whole process to the Earth Splitter. there could be a decent amount of time for 11 to be able to get in a good black hole and a setup before Dota is even there. Or is it instant? Am I wrong there too?
With
Earth Splitter?
it's not instant, no.
Yeah,
no,
that's what I figured.
Yeah, the Earth Splitter's at the end.
Is under attack.
Some Chain Frost Lich thing where it's just instant stun before the projectile even gets there. I
So
wasn't sure.
Oh, it's 3.14 seconds of explode delay. So yeah, I was thinking it was like 2 seconds. It's even more than that. So
it's like 4 seconds of still black hole because he has to even react to it first. So I mean, it's fine, but that is very low on the totem pole of options.
Yeah. And black hole, well, it lasts 4 seconds. So you've got to preemptively, you've got to guess where he's going to black hole and preemptively Earth Splitter. And then if you guess wrong, you preemptively use your second one.
Maybe he's just like, everyone fight in the Earth Splitter, and I'll lay down 2 of them. It'll be a long enough fight. We'll have 8 seconds.
Yeah, that's definitely a window where you can fight around. I mean, that's kind of the plan, is like fight around that Earth Splitter area.
Oh, they go DDC, and they're having been the front for it. Not even a BM Ice Blast will also be there. To the high ground as they will try to shred through the tier 3 with this exorcism. Lots of many student ghosts here are taking it on down, and there's going to be the buyback.
Nice time delay to get the Echo Star.
Step back, and look at this, super creepy from behind. Get some good work onto Victoria, but he is able to get the snowball off. Puts the chase onto Afu, who is trying to tickle them from behind. Well, now they make the jump off for Maybe, but Maybe is standing strong, sucking away their life. They will finish off 1 Rax here. Still can't even get the takedown of Victoria. Finally, they will grab it. Super will be there to clean it up. Afu still. Look at this, being a nuisance.
The rat
creeping his way through the tree.
He's
going
running
all the way
mid.
around it.
Well, we got the creep wave in top and then went for the backdoor mid on the melee barracks. Almost got it.
They're getting a hold of Maybe possibly. Use the Yules to lock him in his place, even if it's going to cast on himself, but then he casts his own Yules. And now they're jumping from Ame and the snowball. There goes the Earth Splitter, but then the follow-up black hole is going to be there, and it catches onto 4. DDC can only do so much to try to bail his team out of that one. Maybe still holding on strong. The false promise is there, but it's not going to be good enough. They take out 4. Woo! Holding on to the ultis for that one.
Actually, all things considered, I think LFY played that defense as well as possible. Once you lose that Oracle on your high ground, they can't defend their racks. They delay the push while Lycan almost backdoors the racks. You've got down to like 300 HP. If it wasn't for the buyback from Tusk, he may have actually taken a melee racks there. LGD do end up winning with a fantastic 11 black hole though. And LFY's chase does get slightly punished.
It became a really technical situation just now, right? Because like you have like the split pusher, it's like you're saying like don't fight them, don't fight them, and then once they peel off from their own push, they have to go back and deal with the split push. Then he tells the team to go in basically and try to stop. So it almost worked out for LFY because they got the great Earth Splitters, they had Queen of Pain, like after killing Victoria, kind of slowing down the rest of the
Afu as well, like both Super and Afu were just there in the trees, just lurking at him as, like you said, they were peeling away from the push. They were just making it so incredibly difficult, making that space for the Lycan, but ultimately all came together for one sweet hole.
Yeah, I really like the Afu's play, especially that fight. He just chipped away at the Tusk over and over again. Tusk eventually realizes, crap, his next time he comes in, he's going to kill me, goes for a TP, but then Quap's there, finishes him off. Nightstalker's still in a position to cancel an AA TP or a Death Prophet TP back. He was just being incredibly pesky on the backlines. But ultimately, it is still LFY at such a disadvantage in terms of team fight and just lineup composition that they're unable to take a rack while defending.
The difference there would have been the second super long range just go.
Are they going to Chrono for this? Yes, they will. Ice Blast will also be there. See you later, Monet. Out for 50, no time.
The rat is down.
Ay, 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 ay. I think they're feeling pretty good about this game.
That's when they're feeling like, oh yeah, this game's in the bag. And they know at no point have LFY been able to team fight them. The only threat has been the split push, and while you take out the major split pusher, Quap is going to go for the melee racks, but it's close. It's almost fully healed back up, so this is going to be a slow push. He's actually going to go for the range racks, realizing, yeah, he's unable to really get this one.
Dyer's bottom tower is about to flower.
They TP the hero that doesn't have his ultimate. I kind of like that, although Void is also the majority of maybe the damage outside of Exorcism on the tower, so it could prevent the push from actually happening.
He's the Aegis carrier as well.
Yeah. They're not going to go high ground with X's. Fair enough. LGD not in a rush, you know. They've got 3 minutes on Aegis. They've got plenty of items to farm. They're really in the driver's seat here. The only thing that they can kind of lose to is going to be mistakes that they kind of are forced out from LFY or that split push, as we've seen.
Dyer's bottom shrine.
Themselves is a crazy push, but either distracted or left abandoned without any sort of way to TP back home. They could get caught from behind. LGD are going to keep this one composed a bit. They take down the easy money in the shrine. More so up here, but looks like they're not going to wait for that one. They're just going to come in from the south. Popping out the exorcism, now applying the pressure onto LFY before they can even make it across the map. Tier 3 is not set for this world. And now the Raxes are exposed. Chrono is about to be up, and you know that black hole is also going to be waiting on those back lines. And look who's coming in from behind, and they'll find where that black hole is. 11 is just tired of that pesky Afu and Super on the back and just deals with him.
Like it's going for the back door, but I don't see this working too well.
2 buybacks are going to be there as they make their jump onto DDC. They will be able to finish him off, and like you talked about, Tier 3 down onto the top lane. He makes a move for the Rax, but still casualties falling. But look at this. Earth Splitter down the middle onto 11. Ame turning around looking to go for the Chrono, but does he have the damage to do anything with this? He doesn't. He just gets stomped up, and his first life gets taken away. While they did manage to TP back to their base, they will be able to get the grab onto Monet and take him out.
They're going to be chased for quite a while with the BKB. We may be fine here. You can always shoot with the time walk now. Melee Rex taken by the Lycan, as well as another T3 tower. Not a bad claim for his efforts. Unfortunately, he didn't have his ultimate. He actually used it when it was still a level 2 ulti, so it had a very long cooldown. But does get some damage done. But you're still down 4 racks. Well, you know, just down 3 racks. You haven't got the range mid, but next push from LGD will probably secure Mega Creep, so you don't really want to be going up against those. And LFY still have plenty of work cut out for them.
Well, they had to expend some buybacks, but at this point, you're still only down 1 full lane, which is pretty similar to the position that you were in before. And there you saw like the basically just shredding on the fight. So they got traded down for Aegis. They do have a bit of a window in which LG's ults are not up. Also, like old 11 bought back as well. So, and then with the Ame BKB charge being used and Chrono down for a little bit, if they can find a window to take a fight here before these ults come back up, then this does become a bit more interesting game.
Problem is these lanes are all pushing out, so LGD may actually be able to go for that push with lanes pushed out fairly soon. It look like Void's going to be able to get there. He's back at base picking up some fresh items. AC to deal with the Elder Titan minus armor.
Is under attack.
Yeah, there will not be a fight here when ults finally come back up.
Tier 2 just going to go down into creep wave there. For LFY, they need to recognize again when that push is coming, get the split push going. Perhaps Roshan will be more what LGD eye off, as they could just slow down the pick in this game. It still feels like at no point are LFY going to be able to team fight them. So if you just sit back and defend your lanes, you're still in a pretty sweet position.
Ooh, babe. He's gonna go for the Yules. Woo! That bat can move fast.
Maybe he was going for an ATOS, but just didn't get vision. Needed to get one of the two off. And Void in mid has a Chrono. He's calling for an Ice Blast, I imagine.
Gets it. No Oracle inside. Oh, Oracle's nearby? Okay. How many shots? How much damage? Can he hit a shrine? Double the heal from that shrine. And he does the Yules. That's going to be all good there. DDC will pay the price for it, though. Super will bomb, though, at the top. And the rest of LGD are going to make the move up to the top lane. Now moving in, it's going to be Monet. Chomps in 11 a bit. 11 goes down the hole. Just doesn't. Zones out the creeps, though. But now the move has been made, and it's Ame wrecking Ace here.
Earth, maybe.
Yeah, maybe is going to get blasted while they lose Monet, but rushing in is going to dominate Ame, though. With the stomp, 1 more second on refresher. Does Inflame here? Use it. Let's get back on cooldown right away. Ice Blast, though, flies down the mid lane.
He feels like they're defended now. They're not going to need to defend top lane with the Death Prophet dead.
Uses it.
Okay.
They got the rod onto 11. They're looking to go for the stop. They're looking to go for the finish, but they've already made the jump onto Super. They hit him with the Walrus Punch, and they will be able to get 11 down. Yao also going to get dropped. They will be able to get the finish onto Super, and Ame says, I want to keep swinging here, but he gets blasted down.
He had plus 425 there from the Spirits.
Plus 50 attack speed to go with it.
Boom! Punch him one more time, Nah, it's going to be DC getting it with the Purifying Flames. Holy moly, everyone gets dropped from LGD. LFY scrapped together one hell of a defense.
In Flame, he's the real carry now. Holy cow, that was some insane ET play. Winning that man fight against the Void, I think Void was ready to time walk, but wasn't expecting the Purifying Flames as well as the ET right click to hit as hard as it did.
And yeah, he wasn't expecting to be taking about 600 damage to the face from.
Big shout out to older 11's Enigma. You know, whiffs the black hole, but has the grace to stick it out. That's, you know, some Enigmas they're like, oh, that didn't happen, I'm canceling. No, he stuck it out for at least a good 2 seconds there. Definitely some respect.
As long as he already used his Greaves and all his other spells, he's going out like a champion here. All right, so reset for LGD. They're going to have to find a new way to try to claw themselves inside. Starting from the basics once again, keeping the lanes. Push back forward across the river so the split push options aren't there for LFY. Is LFY going to be that much tougher now in the next defense from what they gained from that fight, or is this just kind of delaying things even further?
They will. I mean, there's still no BKB up on the Lightning, although he's supposedly, obviously he's got the AC now, and then the Hex was just completely fight. So.
This Void has to be very careful about his initiations into Hex. Doesn't have a Linken's, can't BKB or time walk if you get Hexed and into some kind of stun or disable.
And Inflame is so far.
Well, LGD doing their part to make the boss look good, I guess.
But it's LGD who do move inside the Roche pit, looking to claim that extra life here. Take out the wolf. Send over the sigil to scout things out. They see the book being in, the smoke already there for LFY. As the darkness is called out, LGD decide to back off a bit. See what their best approach to the situation is going to be. They'll wait out the book timing, I'd imagine, a bit. How are we doing on these big boy cooldowns? It looks like everything is ready to play with.
Worthy
It is pop up. Don't mind if I do. Oh. What they call excellent standoff sometimes.
Now the team are going to fully commit to Ame's back in the pit. Radiant Sentry is okay. There we go. The second one comes down now. Afu, daytime hits, no darkness available. This is not good for. I think LFY may have to give this up.
Yeah,
for the daytime.
It looks like that call may have already been made. Afu could try cheese antic here.
He's going to walk for a second. Zero chance.
Oh, hi there! Yeah, you can't have that.
That's one of those like cross your fingers and just pray to the Gaben that there is no sentry. You probably figured there's a sub 1% chance of that working, but it's like, why not? Let's Aegis and Cheese is a pretty big deal, and felt like he could somehow get it away from them. Maybe be able to set his team up to take the win. He'll be back for the higher round defense. The figures like his death does not hurt his team.
Yeah, no, he's second to the lowest on the network, and as you mentioned, has a pretty low death tolerance, so will be available if necessary. While you have your big boy cores here, even Shapeshift committed from the bottom lane to rush through that push as he flash farms his way to that BKB. He needs it, and even with a hard commitment on that, he might be spending his buyback money too. So.
With that double damage, he also just took down that tower. Back.
That's going to warrant the defense of LGD, obviously. So they'll pull off back towards that mid lane. I don't know if it was mentioned, but what was it that was able to burst down maybe in that previous fight so fast? Was it simply the Lycan face rush?
Quap, mostly it looked like. I think the Scream Sonic Wave did a lot. They just threw everything on it with the Astral Spirit amping up some of the damage as well. It really looked like, though, the Death Prophet died a lot faster than I expected.
Fail, and as you mentioned, the natural order coming out from Inflame.
She's not the tankiest Death Prophet, only 2,000 HP. Like, in terms of, she has defensive items, but not much in the way of actual HP. So, with the exception of the Atos, so that might be a factor in how quickly she can potentially be bursted down.
Here comes the LGD party, rotating all the way up and over now. Aegis in hand, looking to go swinging here.
Nice Void Illusion Rune able to push out that bottom lane a bit, so they're not worried about the split push should they go for the high ground play. To see how LFY defend. They can't try and initiate on Void because of the Aegis, so we'll see how Inflame looks to get value out of this Scythe of Vice pickup, because the ideal target is that Void. It may now become someone like the Death Prophet instead. Of the Spirit Scythe that used to
Lycan shows himself pushing out in this bottom lane as LGD make their approach. And now it's going to be the call of the Exorcism. Here comes our Lycan friend. Ame's there with a chrono. Maybe looking to hold on to it until his second life. He is able to get the time walk off away from the damage. Drops down that chrono. They look to line up the shot. Managed to lock down in two. Monet trying to fight through it here. Gets the false promise early, but a black hole's there waiting for him as they look to tap the shrine. So they'll move in and try to clean him on out. They're only able to bring down DDC. Monet able to live on, but then pops there at the end from the benefit of that ice blast. So at this point, LGD will pull back and look to go for the racks. Here comes off Fu, but really can't offer any sort of defense. He just gets frozen on up, but on the other side, they will finally be able to bring down Ame in that first life of the Aegis. And to do it again. As he comes back, they have a splitter waiting for him, but he's got a BKB, and then maybe begin to go to work with 11 by side. Forcing them all back indoors, and it looks like that is going to force LFY to throw in the towel. It's going to be a 2-0 start of this grand final going LG.
very strong drafting. I really like how they protected themselves from the Death Prophet while then setting up a draft to pick the hero itself. Like that first two AA pick.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified. Dire's top tower needs some friends using echolocation.
Hunter. Defiant Dire just denied their top tower.
Wow!
Haste! Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is drowning. Dire's middle tower is under pressure. My old friends. It's sinking, just like your ships. Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Shall claim me. Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
middle tower can't handle this deluge.
Mega kill! That shadow!
Boy, fresh mate! Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
Dominating!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower couldn't withstand Dire's bottom tower. Won't last long.
Tis mine. Illusion.
Healing shock!
Это просто нечто!
Double damage!
Dire's middle tower is drowning.
Dire have the spyglass at hand.
Death tax.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower just got knocked down.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind. Staggering. Radiant's bottom tower struck its last bout.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Killing spree! Own it!
Thy dead god. Be well.
Own it!
Patience is zone.
Like a word.
Fortune's change.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure. Healing shock. Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is gone. Dire's top tower is under attack.
What's this? Dire fortified their structures?
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge. Dire's top tower is
Radiant's
under
middle
attack.
tower just healed over.
Is about to take the plunge.
Tis mine. Invisibility!
Killing spree.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
Это просто нечто.
The time. Lovely. Dire's middle tower is under attack. For my art.
'Tis mine.
For justice! Dire's middle tower is drowning! Haste!
Throttle back! Hot shot! I go to glory.
Radiant think fortification can save them!
Any point in this bottom tower faces a stiff wind. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Radiant better raise a defense for their bottom base.
Eleni!
Force me into retirement, will they?
Fight resumes.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack. Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
A tribute. Reserve time. Dire's ban now.
First pick these heroes, but these two teams seem to have a very different idea of what they want to be playing as their opening picks.
Also look out for the CK here for LFY or for LGD. Again, like some of the premium cores of this tournament, there's a good natural synergy that CK has with the supports of both teams.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, that's been banned out in the last 2 games, so this may be the first time it actually slips through the second stage of bans.
Otherwise, it's more hate on the offlaner. Let's see.
And it's great synergy with both team supports. You've got Reality Rift with Cold Feet, you've got Shadow Shaman with CK. There's a killing combo regardless of which team picks up the CK, which is normally what you want to see. like the CK Warlock type comp lane isn't that powerful because Warlock doesn't have a kill threat, whereas AA or a Shadow Shaman does.
Radiant's turn
Also
to
back
pick.
will be the one to receive the ban. Was played by Super earlier, so I don't know if it's more hate onto Super or not, but just a force that they do not want to be dealing with here. We'll see if Forever Young do opt to hop onto something like that Venomancer.
Seems like they want
5
Super to be
seconds
pushed
remaining.
onto those more traditional mids. We've seen them play the Quap. Well, they had the puck on Inflame, but that was kind of like
Reserve time.
putting LFY out of their comfort zone by having a traditional mid rather than these tanky 5-man pusher in ones. The DK, the Bristle, the Death Prophet, the first two being the big 2 ones. Bristle we saw as kind of a replacement in one of the games. And this
5
seems to be
seconds
LGD
remaining.
forcing LFY to play a different kind of strat.
Dyer's
Well, there he is.
turn
Yeah,
to
Chaos
pick.
Knight does end up coming out the first time in our grand final.
He has been definitely one of the breakout heroes of this tournament. Not like a most picked hero by any means.
I'm curious if that is
10
something
seconds.
that will actually transcend out of this tournament or not.
5
There's also been an
seconds
ongoing
remaining.
trend of these mini patches happening after tournaments, so I mean, personally we'll have to see if there'll be a 7.068, whatever we're on, E, G, something like that. Or if it's something that will move forward up to DreamHack and then TI.
I was talking to Merlini about this the other day, and I think he at some point made a video going back and looking at the patches before TI, and usually with this little time to go before TI, there isn't any like a major patch. So unless that changes this year and really shakes things up, don't expect anything huge to really.
There might be like a tiny balance patch post MDL, because what we've seen over the last maybe 6 weeks has been after every big LAN, tiny balance patch. So 6.06D and the E more recently after the TI qualifiers when 6.06E happened, I believe.
There might have even been a patch after Summit too, before qualifiers.
Yes, I think there was. I think that one was small. The one after qualifiers was a bit bigger with a lot more changes.
Radiant's turn to
I
pick.
think the nice thing for a hero like CK is, we're talking about CK as if he has feelings, he's not going to get nerfed. Like, this is a hero that's not being picked at a volume where if you're thinking tiny little balance patch where you don't change the game too much, you're thinking big most played heroes. You're looking at, I don't know, the 4 positions, the Earthshaker type heroes maybe. I don't really feel like there's a must nerf hero at the moment. The Void perhaps has been a big meta hero that's like a first big material. I don't really feel like there's going to be tweaks that nerf too many heroes. Maybe some tiny little buffs to some of the lower tier heroes is more likely.
Yeah. No, it's feeling like it's in a pretty decent spot here. Look at this.
Here's
Since
the
the CK,
Radiant
we get the
ban.
Earthshaker pickup from LGD side. And Forever Young going to an Omni Knight pickup
man.
here. So providing a free BKB for Sir CK. But then promptly the Enigma comes out, and then you begin to look around like, okay, what can stop the black hole?
It's 2 games in a row where
5
there's this
seconds
problematic Enigma pick. Last game it wasn't even like the big problem, it was just like one of many teamfight ultis. Theoretically, if that game did go 40-50 minutes, was closer, I think Enigma wins the late game because of the BKB black hole, but this is a game where, hey, you could go down or have an even game, but this late game Enigma is a huge issue to deal with.
The interesting part is this could be a
Dyer's turn
potentially
to
mid
pick.
Earthshaker with this Enigma pickup. So
Oh,
Yeah, that
you're right.
I haven't really thought of, yeah. How do you lane this?
Or, yeah, no, that's looking like a thing.
And once again, LFY's draft kind of lacks a
5
fight start.
seconds remaining.
I mean, obviously the CK likes to run in and do that, but they don't have like a traditional initiator from range.
Reserve
So
time.
once again, like they're kind of going to want the death ball, but it's going to be hard if they get behind. It's going to be hard to take fights on their terms or be able to get ganks to get back into the game. They're going to need to come out of the lanes very strong, which they're certainly equipped to do. The Night Stalker is going to help mid. The Omni just naturally lanes very strong, gets most heroes, and the
Radiant's
CKAA
turn to pick.
combo is absolutely brutal. So if they can't start fights, they're going to need some kind of push vehicle out of that mid lane, most likely to enable that. And there's the puck.
Push vehicle, yeah. There we go.
Damn. Okay, this is interesting. So Troll Warlord coming out as the last pickup for LGD, though no one on his team really benefits from the burst of attack speed. You know, Enchant Totem is just going to be one mighty swing and you're done as far as the heavy burst. but I guess they needed some sort of heavy core to pull it out in the late game and burst through towers and such. But Pugna, final pickup here, really says that LGD Forever Young on their potential elimination game, going out in second place, saying we're going to go all in with the push play by getting this Pugna.
This is a very risky pick, but one that they just feel like they've been kind of put into a corner 2 games in a row with the draft. They say, let's just do something kind of crazy and out of left field and see if it can work, because LGD seem to have figured out how to draft and play against LFY just through the bans and picks to really punish their playstyle, where they often want to play around that DK Death Prof the mid lane. So Super ends up in a Pugna. We'll see how it fares. Definitely a good lane against the Earthshaker mid, but there's a lot of other factors to worry about. The Earth Spirit can definitely help secure that lane, Pugna being a very squishy hero against those rolling boulders.
Somewhere in, I believe, a land in Peru right now, Giannis Lucas is smiling about this Pugna pick, although he likes it more as a support than as a mid. But Repelled Pugna is very scary. He obviously has like the range blast to siege towers. If you can't disable or stun him, which LGD does have in droves, it's very hard to fight into this hero. He's got lots of range for dealing with, say, like the Shadow Shaman wards as well. And then ultimately, if you look at items on this core, like an Aether Lens, the Aghanim Scepter, it becomes very difficult to fight into. There's a lot of pressure. It's hard to deal with this Death Ball. He's like a very strong Death Ball hero, so well, interesting to see how LGD manages to handle this.
They do need a lot of... It feels like they need a bit of farm. And what do you guys think? Between a Pugna, a CK, and then you want to make sure Omni Knight gets a little bit of something. You know, is there going to be enough farm available to all of them in the early game to be able to be at that timing of where Pugna wants to be? You know, to like take off with the team. Is for all of them to be able to match that level?
I feel like it's going to depend on how well Omni does in lane. Omni, he gets zoned out and has to play catch up in the jungle or just in the lane, then you're in trouble. But if Omni Knight can actually survive the lane and kind of hold his own, getting experience, getting some CS, then it doesn't turn into this greedy draft where you're thinking, oh, we got to keep farming to get these items on and levels on Omni. It's actually like, well, he got them from the laning stage, so we can actually push towers around 15 minutes in. But an underfarmed, underleveled Omni is not very useful. So his lane's, I think, the important one, and similarly LGD may look to really try and punish and bully his lane as a result of recognizing that this is the hero you want to shut down early.
Going in a bit close here. To block out a full camp if possible, so that he can get the most out of the lane. Can you guys just keep it down? I'm trying to talk at the start of the game. Nah, that's my bad. This is when the players are supposed to warm up the capital, right?
Here go LFY. They're 3-man smoking. They're going to aggro trialing this game. This is the importance of the Omni's items as well as levels. They give him a safe lane solo 1v1, and they're going to look for an early kill. Doesn't look like they get some.
And then, they riffed him right back in, and that is
well played. Simone, quick fingers on the reality rift.
I thought the distance wasn't going to be there. I guess I underestimated how much range you can get even for that one rift. Yeah. So able to suck him right back in. I mean, if I was an Earth Spear, I would not have suspected that being as a feasible option there. Yeah. Here, Ame though runs out the other direction as they kind of take over. It's on the chase though for him as he'll just throw out the rift. It's like nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't cost too much mana to spam really in the early game, so happy to do so. This top lane is going to be very troublesome to deal with.
Oh, the problem though is mid lane Pugna is food for Earth Spirit ganks early on. I feel like that could be a bit troublesome. We saw there he actually got taken down to low third of his life.
Top lane though.
Yeah, forcing out the shackles as they continue to pressure Ame very hard.
Tori's going to look for another roll mid. If he lands it, it could be kill going LGD's way.
Super's got decent positioning, so he has time to react. Pugna's super fast. One of the fastest in the game. Get that quick sidestep in.
Decrepit just to mess with the last hits at mid. Pesky stuff. This Pugna under the tower though is going to continue to get bullied. I'm going to keep away from that farm as much as possible.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
They take some hard shots there. The enforcers will continue to enforce their way through that lane, and top lane is also one that we have to continue to keep our eyes on. It's only bottom, the one-on-one matchup, the win-win.
Just like
yeah, they're both going to farm, both going to get levels. for 11 is like try and get that Soul Ring up as fast as possible while doing okay in this matchup. Actually went for a win lace, which is not really an item you want for 1v1. He was expecting most likely the CK tri-lane down there at the start. Let's pick up.
Troll does not like to be
top lane. They've gone in.
They are. Chilling gloves are out as they make the approach on for Ame. Yao steps in through the trees, able to connect with the shackles. Ooh, they needed one more right click to be able to get a little support down. Yao's going to be fine.
1 second stun unfortunately on Troll.
Oh my god, sir. Is he going to die? Yes, he will. He got denied. We'll call it a deny as he pulls the wave.
I mean, we can look forward to something similar from last game, where if you do run this tri-lane and you keep the supports, there are the mid and off lane from either team active and able to rotate and make an impact early on. So in this case, I think the edge again goes to LFY on that front, that Pugna can pick up some kills very quickly if he rotates into an under-leveled lane. Same with the Omni Knight. We saw Inflame come off the line very quickly last game as the Elder Titan to participate in fights, so that's something to watch out for, whereas the Earthshaker maybe not so much.
Victoria now stepping away from the mid lane, makes his move to the top. A hard move in for DDC, who will be brought down. They look to turn around and get a return kill onto Yao, which they will be rewarded with. And now the pressure could be on Monet. Monet begins to swing it out, changes to range mode, and that will be the end of it. Continuing to get the action, Earth Spirit.
I think you're fine with the kill trades up top of your LGD. It just kind of evens things up. It's Ame staying kind of alive as a safe lane troll who wants to get some farm. It also just frees you up to get those pulls. And they did some good damage onto the CK, who does get his clarity cancelled. Nice kick at top from Victoria. Taking away that mana pull or he's going to re-clarity. It's just going to deny the aggression. If you don't have Chaos Bolt, you can't play as aggressive as you'd like. It's being pinged and Ame. He's going to cancel another clarity. Back-to-back clarities at top being cancelled. Pesky stuff.
Almost has the mana to get off the one bolt, but yeah, would obviously have loved to have the insurance of some more mana.
Even Ada's mango that he had earlier, so he's definitely investing a lot into trying to sustain this mana pool.
Also be able to hold on to their own bounty. So the first Nightfall, guys, and it's level 3 Afu. That's actually not too bad.
Too bad at all.
But maybe. Gets the Fisher out, we'll be able to pick up the Illusion Rune, even though the Decrepify is there. But yeah, we go back to top lane. There is an approach. Afu is looking like he's feeling a bit frisky. Looking to make something happen, but grabs up the early pieces of Phase Boots first. The 3 still here from LGD. Actually, LGD making a jump in. That's what Afu is from behind. They get the Rift pull back, and they look to get the focus onto Victoria. As he gets into the cold feet, he will be walking back and away, but doesn't make enough distance, so he does end up getting hit with the Solidify. Monet will have to also be from the lane, but the finish is going to be onto Yao, as Afu will be able to claw him down, roll on in deep as they want to get the finish for DDC. It's there. Ame will pick that one up, but cost him another as Victoria's going to get dropped. Afu with his first nighttime, scoring a double kill already.
Not bad for Afu. Ame got like 3 bashes that whole fight. 10% bash getting 3. Did hit like 12, 15 times. That's still a ridiculous amount of bash to get in there. Slightly favoring LFY the exchanges as the lanes look good for them. The Pugna, even with the Shaker, the bottom lane is being won by Inflame's Omni Knight though. He's just done a really good job of pressuring the Eidolons, and 11 not having either Soul Ring or Arcane Boots means he actually really can't keep spamming the conversions. He's part of the lead.
Maybe might go down. Oh, turnaround. Has to use the Echo Slam, and then the Enchant Totem at the end will shut down Afu.
And he has a Shrine to fall back to. That's a dream scenario. You come on top of that exchange, and then you can just Shrine up, go right back to lane to continue farming. Those raindrops helping save his life there, and great turnaround. The fissure also just made it very difficult for the Pugna to maintain his pace. Not done.
Jump onto DDC, but it looks like they just kicked him away instead of making any sort of stun action there. It's also short on the stones. Nice deny.
I think he was trying to kick him backwards towards the Shaker or
top
something.
lane. You got Shackle onto Monet. Troll trying to swing with him a bit, but stuff will be there.
No bashes. Nice try out.
Oh, he's he's actually going to go down. Afu will pay the price for it, but that first drop makes it pretty nice for LFY.
There's no mana for the black hole.
No mana on super either, though. Roll. No shrine. Gloria has a roll. Oh, no stone, though. We'll see much action.
Super will scamper away. So maybe with that nice turn, has bought himself some space there, a crucial kill, but he's still ultimately probably going to lose his tower very soon. And so that opens up more rotations there from LFY. The Omni hasn't had to come off his line. He's been farming very comfortable in his lane. Has slowed down Old 11. So the slower Old 11 gets his required items, whether it's he has a Soul Ring now, but whether it's the Arcanes, whether it's the Midas, start accelerating his farm and levels, and the slower that he wants to be able to come to these other fights, and that's going to continue to put pressure on the Troll. If the Troll's levels are limited a bit early on, he also really doesn't have much kill potential. He's not that threatening. Roshan quickly, so I like the game plan going out so far.
Gank 11 now.
Easy setup there.
I think 11 has lost this lane harder than he should. This Enigma vs Omni matchup should not be this one-sided. Omni Knight did itemize for it, like going for the 4-man shield, the Orb of Venom after that, whereas Enigma didn't know the laning matchup, but even so, it feels like he got much less CS than the matchup should entail.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Is trying to get this tier 1, but they are rotating in a long roll, but he's already out the other side. So a nice snipe of the tower for him, and they'll just keep this party going all the way down into the bottom lane. I also noticed that Inflame phase boots, is that like a fighting Omni build that's wrong?
When you're winning your lane, it's like a cost-effective item just to be able to run people down. If you're not, I don't think he wants to go for the mech this game. I think we'll see just like a Soul Ring into Midas.
Okay.
Maybe even a Radiance build. This game could be good. It's just a good cost-effective item for being farmed as Omni Knight. Very good synergy with the degen to chase people down.
All right, so with 11 having to be stalled out a bit as far as farm and progression, where do we pick on for LGD here to kind of run it back a bit? We already know the Troll just needs a bit more time to build up a bit, but okay, here comes Maybe saying, I can help out a bit. Goes to the top lane, just dunks right on the head of the Omni Knight. We'll help get the finish. I mean, the question I was going to pose is, do they fall on Maybe to try to get something going for the team during this mid lane phase while the others need more time?
Yeah, I think they do, Duka. I think they look for him to go gank top, kill the Omni Knight. I think that'd be a good plan, actually.
All right, well, I hope they do it. Oh, they did it. Oh, well, they're quite ahead of the game. I'm the one that's behind. So 6-5 is still feeling okay for LFY as they sport that 1K advantage. But, you know, treads to come together here for Maybe, but he's still sporting a lot of money. So I imagine he's going to try to maybe secure the early blink.
On Shaker, yeah, in fact, he's not buying the treads. The blink is something that's going to be essential to initiate on this pushing LFY lineup. They're looking to already start kind of death balling around them. They took the tier 1 mid, they're already bottom. Going for tower after tower. You've got to stop this snowball at some point.
Withstand the tide.
Can't discredit though. Pugna is the secret bog lord. Moving around the lane a little bit faster, but he is just going to gut down these towers faster than you're ready to take the fight for.
Going straight into the Aether lens. It's still a fairly squishy hero zone, right? And with Omni Knight backing him up, that's definitely nice. But if you ever see the Omni on the map when that push is happening, like both the T1 mid and the T1 bottom, Omni was not a part of. So at a certain point, we're gonna have to see this Omni forced to go with his team, which is where his farm does slow down quite a bit.
Omni makes his return to the lane here where the Troll is currently at, but there is help nearby. They could go for back-to-back kills. Here comes the darkness, and there's the jump. Move in, but the rappel's already there. Could we see a turnaround from LFY as Afu runs into action? It looks like we might. A jump for Ame. The Fisher's going to be there, though. But he's looking to pursue. He's got the heal. He needs one more hit. Decrepify Blast will be the finish. But Super beats a lot of hard damage coming in from Maybe, and will end up going down. Maybe looking to go for the TP out. Can he make it? Yes. He is gone and out, and it is going to be just a 1-for-1 at the end of it. As control for Pug.
Maybe has really made the most out of some tough situations. Both with the tower dive Obviously, like the HP and beatfiness from Earthshaker helped him
Dire's
save
top
that and turn
tower
around
is
there. And then
about
some
to
very
take
timely
the
rotations into the
plunge.
safe lane, both protecting his troll and managing to kill the mid. So that's just key there, because if the troll goes down, if he fails to kill the Pugna, that
Dire
tower
are
most likely
scanning
drops
for enemies.
this round as well. So maybe
Radiant's
this
bottom tower
has been
faces
kind
a
of a
stiff
change,
wind.
a tempo controller without even having his blink dagger up, which he just picked up as well. So real
Spotted nearby. He was so close to just getting a level 6, but now just one right click away from being finished, and there it is. On the other side, they will also get the takedown of 11. Two-man drop as the CK right into town.
Great defense, using that ward vision, knowing exactly where the shipment was to punish LGD's aggression. Someone was trying to get his level 6, it was 1 or 2 creeps away to get the serpent wards up, and didn't need it for the tower, but did want to be there to perhaps team up with the Enigma for a kill.
Yes.
Top lane though, this Omni's TP'd in, this could be a dangerous spot. The Blink Shaker revealed.
Yes, it is. Oh man, they kick him into another dimension. Off to the left-hand side and into the trees. Victoria could have been a bit easier if you just kick the boulder, but now they have to chase this Omni down, and it gets a bit awkward. Past the end of the rappel, but longest shackle ever will finally connect onto him.
That's back kills. I don't think we saw the previous kill. He died to the Echo Sam, I want to say. Did we?
Yeah,
and then they
shut off his blink with the blink.
Yeah. Tried to jump him again after that, but that was the super of them going down. But they are pressuring this Omni and this top lane in particular non-stop, and they're going to be moving it forward all the way to that tier 2. While up and above 11, hesitant,
Radiant's top
as he
tower
should be.
is on the rocks.
Afu is just around the corner, and he's been spanked in this lane.
That's fine. He doesn't have a point in midnight pulse, but he might slow down to push a bit. But you look at the displays on the map for LGD. Ame going for that Mask of Madness build as he does on virtually every quarter he plays. Almost done with Roshan. That's why you're most likely either not privy to this or just can't mobilize.
Look, they also are doing the wards on the tier 2 top lane, so multiple objectives happening here. They're not going to get the finish on that tower, but some good damage.
Yep. Still, yeah, like you say, good damage, keeps the Omni Knight busy, you kind of keep tabs of the heroes. Whenever you're pushing out the lanes, you get a lot more intel and just info on where heroes are on the map, and that kind of is what frees up that Roshan to happen. Troll now, with this very squishy phase Master Madness build, has an Aegis to give him a bit of a buffer for the upcoming fights.
So what do you think is going to be the next item pick for Super's Pugna? I've seen, straight to Ags, so you can have the no cooldown life drain. Some go for Bloodstone. Troll is dead. He tried to tag the Shrine to hold on to his Aegis here. Victoria could line up a stun to try to help him out a bit, but they do rift Ame in. He gets the kick off, but here comes the Ice Blast. Oh, maybe! Steps in with a dunk to stop the Ice Blast. It is able to fly on out. They still get the finish onto the Troll, but LGD are looking to make the best of the situation. But can they? Fighting on forward, Afu is able to get the finish onto Maybe, and then Monet rips apart Victoria. Afu not done yet. Flying in, secures a triple kill as he gets the finish onto Yao, and we're not done yet, boys and girls. We got little 11 left to finish, and it's a full 5-man wipe. Monet will finish the triple with a double kill himself, and LFY just taking over now in 15 minutes.
CK is just steamrolling through here at this point. 4-0 and 5. Monet being involved in all the action, setting up tons of kills. It's so incredibly difficult to deal with just how farmed and tanky he is. And I think on the LGD side, you're going to be looking towards this Enigma to not necessarily be getting these big teamfight holes off, but at least having some presence on the game. Like, he tries to push up bottom, he gets caught and picked off. He kind of comes to that fight kind of late, doesn't get a black hole off, doesn't really offer a whole lot. You need to be at least offering like a solo kill black hole at some point to your team. It's 15 minutes in and it feels like this Enigma has only been farming.
Now, LFY riding back into town here.
They've really taken advantage of that despite how good of a game he's been having. I think it's really equalized things a lot in favor. If the Enigma is going to be playing this farm heavy style, then you cannot really match up to LFY in these early skirmishes, especially with the Pugna and the Omni Knight. You're starting to see that they took off the Aegis so quickly on Pugna, so effectively
across the street, having to come right through Victoria. They'll quickly execute him. Yao and Ame.
Courier's going to go down there. Effective guerrilla warfare there for Yao.
Yeah, but he might lose his life for it as they had crossed into the mid lane. Help him, Eidolon friends.
Away.
Oh yeah, they rotate over. The Void's not going to get the finish. The Ice Blast. Woo! Crawls himself out, but the urn, the cheeky urn comes in from Afu. But here, a turnaround black hole play comes in from 11, and they're going to get redemption for their fallen comrade.
There we go. 11 makes up for his lack of input on the rest of the game with a well-timed black hole. The push was starting to finally gain a ton of momentum, and he shows up, nets his team a couple of kills, and really dampening LFY's mid-game push strat.
Top tower is about
He's
to
going to be
take
setting
the
up
blood.
a Blink Dagger straight away. At least that's what he has queued up for now.
Dire's top tower is
Optimizing, I guess, positioning and setting up for that ultimate here. But now could find himself positioned in a bit of trouble, or he could juke lord himself out of this somehow. Oh my god. Up and down through the trees. Here comes the Ice Blast. There comes the dunk. A movement from maybe. See you later, horseman. Get baited. Exactly.
Making plays on the Enigma all of a sudden, and we'll get away from the Afu charge in as well. This is suddenly kind of falling apart for LFY. It's a bad sequence of pickups going LGD's way on some key heroes like the Omni Knight and then the Chaos Knight. Very farmed heroes as well.
Suddenly we'll be forgetting about the 5-man wipe they did before that. Just LGD clawing back the farm one little gank at a time.
It's about Pugnus next time. It looks like he does have the Axe queued up. Ogre Club picked up. Could go back instead for a BKB, but I think the Axe is going to be a nice little tool for him to play around. Definitely big question marks around his talent choice. Pugnus getting 3 mana regen over 225 health. That's just straight up a mistake, I think. I don't know if he misclicked.
Look at his mana pool, like, with just Aether Lens. He has not even just Aether Lens, it's Aether Lens and the mana boost. You have mana.
And he's got mana regen too. It only increases his mana regen from 7 to 10. Like,
That's just spammy.
Super dubious, this selection.
What's especially surprising about that is I think when he was going to do that, he plans on holding off on his axe, which gives you mana back into your full health. Rather, not just the axe itself, but the life drain. And so, would have thought that, hey, maybe he's not counting on having that much life drain available to be able to sustain his mana. Maybe he's going for a BKB instead, and that's why he wants the mana regen. But that's not even the case. It does seem to be going directly for that Aghanim's. So, yeah, I agree with you. I think that health is a lot more important for him at this point on surviving the burst, at least, of LGD.
We'll see, though, what works out for Super. He could just be dodging confrontations as best as he can until he moves past the Ags and into that next big item, too. But we'll have to see. Bottom lane, we're just going to get hit with a snowball there. We'll force him to step off a bit, but LGD starting to get some decent pressure into those 2-2s. This game is really close, gentlemen. We are back pretty even as far as net worth goes. The XP actually more so favoring LGD's side.
Yeah, quite a significant margin. You're taking all these towers, they're meant to give you a gold advantage, and we're just not really seeing it despite having taken 5 towers. LFY have well, they don't really have much of a lead. In fact, it's LGD who have pulled ahead in gold while down on towers, really suggesting that this push strat has not worked out well. This smoke needs to connect, and this could be the time for the big blink black hole. 11 is to the south, though, kind of far away.
Maybe is using his chat wheel, but not for long. Oh, you're dead. See you later, Earthshaker. Bottom lane. Continue to creep on forward through the lane, regardless of that gank.
Victoria win.
He's gonna roll in far deep. Already. Oh, okay. That was just there waiting around a bit, so they'll be able to cancel that out with the Void and finish them off. I'm checking the pressure already coming in on this mid lane. As Super's hitting the tower, there's the move in. The black hole set up for 11. As the troll will show up to play, he just decapitates Super like he's made of paper. Extra life. I don't think it would have helped him in that case, but here's Monet trying to run away from the trouble here. Yao juking within the trees, but they'll ultimately get a hold of them.
Great fight in sequence of events. The pick-off on Maybe really settle that up, and Maybe's going to TP and has a BKB.
There, Ice Blast. Dodge.
Can't actually blink because the right click's coming out of AA.
Turn around, dunk, right on the 2. And that's when Ame sweeps in, and we'll help finish off both of them. Or not. Monet rips and pulls back, and Ame's going to get hit with the cold feet at that point. But no damage is really there. So Ame changes targets. It looks like they're looking to go for Inflame. But they're waiting. Maybe, if anything. Okay, hi. Sees him in the trees and smacks him in the face, and then also helps with the follow-up onto Inflame. There you go. That was just a clowny, straight up 3 minutes right there.
Like yeah, the impact of the Shadow Shaman here as well. So there aren't too many supports that both push out lanes and can get you a tower. And so when they're in a situation where they don't feel they can fight L1, they can still stay relatively even in terms of map equilibrium or even towers, because the Shadow Shaman is able to pop forward at towers on both sides of the map and just take them down quick. So that's been a good answer to kind of the death ball that LFY wants. Like, it feels like there's a cost to their attempting the death ball, and if they're just not careful, or if they split up a little bit, you have burst coming out from maybe on the blink or in the threat of black hole now online as well. So it feels like they weathered a bit of a dangerous point in that early mid game. They kept just about even in tower gold, which would have been an important source of momentum if it only went LFY's way.
Yeah, and that's the big scary thing, is this Enigma black hole is going to soon be a BKB black hole, and that BKB timing seems to be where LGD really hit their stride. 11's going to get away from a gank bottom, and we're going to be looking at triple BKB. Shaker and Troll have theirs, so even before the Enigma gets one, it feels like LGD can still take team fights. Maybe they just need a defusal for the Guardian Angel, which is queued up as Ame's next item for Troll. They're going to be able to counter the big team fight of the Guardian Angel while maintaining their own survivability through their BKB and guaranteeing a black hole.
And this is one of the limitations of, say, a mid Pugna or kind of a very magic damage heavy mid court, is that when BKBs come online for their team, it's very limiting to have all this farm invested on the mid.
Jumped. They will get the finish onto Victoria. Wards were dropped inside the pit to go from Osh. Off the smoke on the other side, and Ame goes right back in for it. There is LFY right out the door.
I didn't know he's in there.
But I guess, yeah, they don't know he's inside already going for it. The dunk on the other side comes out from Maybe, locking Monet within his place. And then the black hole will come in. Abu can't cancel it, so he walks inside of it instead. They get the quick finish onto Monet, and now they're looking for the follow-up. The Guardian Angel will come out from Inflame, but is it going to really save him here? EDC looking to line up the shot of the Ice Blast. Does find the connection onto the 2, but let's see, second life. I'm lagging. There it is.
Cheese, Steven. Oh, he's died twice.
Yeah, he is. Taken down.
There was a key kind of mistake there and just misfortune for LGD. The Troll in the Roshan pit took a good 5 seconds to pick up the cheese because his backpack was full, and as a result, he could have been in that black hole dishing out damage. If he's there, if he instantly picks up the Aegis, then runs to join the team fight, I think LGD killed those heroes in the black hole, but he was fumbling around with his items, couldn't figure out what to, like, he needed, I think he didn't realize his backpack was full because he wasn't dropping anything, and the end result was he just wasted time in the Roshan pit that he should have been fighting.
Is under pressure.
Yeah, or he expected to be able to backpack it, but he's got just too many item slots because he has the components for the defusal. One of those small details, as you mentioned. 11 is just like, I got him, guys, I got him! You know, where's my damage? And then he hears his ally fumbling with the cheese, as you say, and it's costly.
Yeah, even just leaving the cheese on the ground and coming back for it later, or hey, the enemy team gets it, or it lays there, it would have been a better result for them. But the big fight that LFY need does come at the Roshan pit, and things were starting to slip away. Fighting into the BKBs, the big ultimates is going to be tough moving forward. They are still fighting against a team that doesn't have a defusal against Omni, which was key for their survivability there. And LFY keep the game close, although I think there's still big questions as to how well their lineup is going to scale moving forward.
They do have the fun on the side of LFY. There's like sieging Lord potential between Super's Decrep and the Repel. Make someone with some units, he can walk in very speedy and siege down the pace. Here is a possible movement from LGD as they put their attention back towards the shrine together here. I see Yao with the smoke, but I can call just yet here.
Damn, this Shaker is so cute. Manly coat.
Chinese call it Core Shaker, almost like one shot count, basically. That's going for that damage, obviously. Works. Usually you see something like a heart though as well, which like greatly increases his damage and survivability, because oftentimes even Core Shaker, it's like you kind of have one round of spells, like you go in and then you need to like blow people up and kill multiple targets or you're not getting back out. But with the BKB, if he gets heart or even an Aghanim's, then it becomes very hard to deal with him because he's going to get off multiple rounds of spells unless they lock him down. So I see he went to the damage and strength damage. Great increases survivability and damage output, and enchant totem cooldown as well, like with the Core Shaker getting that 25 faster. Also puts it on a very short cooldown. I believe it goes to 3 seconds.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Get to see that reach that point with the level 25. Now, his next fight could theoretically be anytime. They're going to smoke up here. I feel like this is not too bad of a time considering BKB's back online. They've got their ultis. They've got the Diffusal Blade. So, yeah, this Guardian Angel no longer going to be something that can't be countered.
Big moment here for LGD with those items. They'll take their approach down the mid lane. Tier 2's open. They'll go to work. There is already the ward down. Spotted there.
Attack the heroes!
LFY's initiation really comes down to the CK, which is not like the ideal way to start a fight.
Ward drop now. Force some action here. Ame looks to swing it out right to the face of Monet on this one. Yao getting his life drained away from Super, will be taken care of. Maybe jumps the line to go for Super directly. He gets the force. Ame's trying to chase. The Fissure Fall will be there, and then they manage to take him down. Ice Blast will come in from behind. Hit on the high ground will slow him down, and as he tries to shred him, Monet though gets the pull back onto the troll and will help take him down.
Solo Black Hole used to the north to kill the Night Stalker, and it was great play from Arthur. He kept the Enigma away from the main fight. Even though he dies and gets Black Holed and doesn't get like a kill or anything, he keeps the rest of the fight winnable. If that CK has to fight into Black Hole, he doesn't stand a chance. That's a tool that ideally 11 only wants to throw on that CK. He doesn't really care who else he catches. And Arthur's play there, helping ensure the fight at least goes even. It still wasn't really a huge win for LFY by any means.
That was a clutch salvaging of the fight, as you mentioned, given how it started, because it started with the troll basically just chopping the CK down to low HP, which limits his willingness to use his Phantasm, because his illusions just end up being much less durable. And so, with that happening, with the Pugna dying fairly early in the fight, it becomes a very difficult battle for LFY to be able to win going on. So if there's more control there, as you mentioned, if the Enigma gets off a better Black Hole, I think it's just a blowout and maybe lose a set of Raxes. But instead they managed to come out fairly unscathed, except for the Tier 2 tower going down.
That's really the one tool they have against the Enigma. It's not so much any way to stop the Black Hole, it's the vision. It's going to be Afu's ability to find the Enigma and just keep him zoned out. The Urn charges are going to be thrown at this Enigma to cancel his Blink Dagger. Imagine Afu's just like, pop your fly, find the Enigma, throw Urn charges, throw your Void. If he wants to like BKB to stop himself taking damage, that's wasted BKB time. You may zone him out. And it's Afu's job to stop the Black Hole, even though he can't physically cancel the BKB Black Hole.
Oh! Whoa. Slip up there from Maybe. As they make the jump in to go for Monet, they can't finish him off. Look, the Fissure also blocks him inside. It's a comedy of errors right now for LGD, and they're just frantically looking to run out the other direction. They will be able to catch Yao. With that Ice Blast, he turns to sacrifice himself for the Shackle, but oh man, very unfortunate there for LGD. Ward's also going to be handed over. That was a great window of timing for them as well, because you guys were praising up Afu and how he has to locate the Enigma, and he was heading back to pick up a gem. He wasn't even around for that.
So in Chinese, there's an expression for kind of when you screw over your teammates, or not necessarily even your teammates, somebody else's. It's kind of like digging a pit for them, and maybe had his shovel ready there, because not only does he whiff on the Echo Slam, but the Fissure ends up blocking himself and his ally off in the rest of the fight. So pretty disastrous turn of events there for LGD in what initially looked like a promising situation. Looked like they'd be able to just blow up that CK.
Been praising Maybe as the front man for this squad of LGD, but that was a big flub from him.
Was it straight up just hitting the ult before the blink, or was it something that canceled the blink?
Looked like he just hit the ult before the blink, from my perspective.
one of those things. Grand final, perhaps. You just happen to stumble across a supple-looking CK farming up, and you just spaz out and hit the R button before the blink, and it happens, you know? Uh-oh, maybe. The man of the hour could be in a bit of trouble right now. This BKB will have to come out, but on will be getting the opportunity to shred apart this Omni Knight, which will force out the Guardian Angel. And now they look to go to Monet, and they're bashforming the hell out of him. A Magnetize is going to be coming out, which could help them go for the finish. Can Ame get it done? No! Super even, giving him a little bit of extra life as he toggles his way back in safe. It's DDC, the only one who will end up going down. They cannot finish off Monet.
Some good troll play. Ame is playing low confidence. Even though he doesn't finish him off, he goes in 1v3 into a Guardian Angel, knowing he has the Diffusal Blade, changes target onto the CK as soon as he sees him, Guardian Angels, burns his entire mana pool, so he can't even, by the time he BKBs, he has no spells that he can even use because of the state of his mana pool. And unfortunate LGD don't get those key kills. They were very close to, CK was down to, he had to armlet toggle to stay alive, the Pugna got down to a couple hundred HP, but still a fight that LGD almost win convincingly.
Yeah, I think there's been, well, we've seen this a little bit here and there. I like the Enigma pickup on counter with the Midnight Pulse as well. Potentially if the Black Hole just gets the CK with the Phantasm Illusions, that's already like a huge move because he'll be able to clear the illusions out essentially in that time. But a little bit not on the same page there. Felt like maybe Mitsu Pop's could have engaged with his team. They're really just a champ totem swing or two away from getting a wipe there. But instead he was retreating while his teammates were going in, and he still had BKB and a lot of HP up, so yeah. And these details matter, obviously. Whereas the grand finals are playing against the LFY, see that goes back to bite.
It does feel like their lamp is going to continue to scale well. Every item Enigma gets just makes him even scary in a team fight. Whether there's going to be like a Refresher next, or Octarine Core we sometimes see for the cooldown reduction.
Yeah.
As for the Radiant team,
Pugna like falls off at that point. You're just hoping your life suck is doing good damage because blasts are going to feel like tickle clouds.
Pugna has peaked right now. Just picked up the BKB. There is no real other items past this that's going to make Pugna that much scarier or stronger. But
yeah.
Roshan going on. Here comes the contest.
Ooh, it's Monet with the repel walking in. Gets off the stun. Does he go for the Roche? Does he go for the finish? The Black Hole comes out to help secure the pickup of that Aegis. It is going to get pocketed by Ame, and they will get the grab on the Monet, and Monet buys back right away. LFY really want to take the win on this fight. He comes in from behind. He could be surrounded by three. This could turn into disaster. He pulls out the Phantasm, and he is going to be able to help get the shredding of the Troll in his first Aegis. Well, they chase out for Victoria. Now Troll back in action. Monet will pull him back in and easily finish him off. Maybe swing it out with Afu on the other side. Will drop there. And it's LFY who will pick up all the pieces and take the fight.
Okay, that's again this Roche. LG seem to have it their way with getting Roshan, but losing the fight that follows pretty badly. And again, Troll, not as bad as last time. He didn't pick up the, he just cheesed right away. It's a little unsettling. He didn't even have space for the Aegis this time. He had to drop his one after killing Roshan. Luckily, then, if not for the Enigma, he would have lost that Roshan. But without Black Hole now, this high ground could be sieged here. Enigma getting chased down. Will goes down.
Good.
Yeah. Didn't BKB, didn't have any tools for that Shaker. Buys back, but needs to be careful not to get caught out here.
He does have Echo, but they're hitting with that urn. He has to BKB and back off a bit.
Will probably force them back and let. Oh, another urn.
How many urn charges does this freaking guy have? He's out now, but man,
playing so well on this Night Stalker.
Monet, the only sieger of the Pugna, but Pugna's on his way.
Waiting for the Troll to respawn, perhaps.
Middle barracks are under
Taking
attack.
in a Blink Echo.
Dire's middle barracks have fallen.
Get a chance to.
Good timing by now. Look at what they want. Get out.
Yeah. Definitely feels like this is the stage of the game LGD should be winning team fights, having few issues, but the execution in these team fights has just been a little bit off, and the positioning around the Roche, I mean, you're just naturally going to be in a poor position at the Roche pit because you've got to commit one of your carries into that pit, being the Troll. The Enigma can only really find that one, maybe two-man Black Hole when LFY engage, and LFY just played really well around the pit. They're definitely the better team fighting team in terms of just using their spells and just positioning. LGD seem to just have like the stronger drafts from what we've seen in this series.
Just really was, you know, surprising to me at least how easily Monet can just handle the troll in 1v1.
Okay, he can crush that troll.
Well, the key there, which Monet may not be able to use too many times, is that he has that buyback ready for, so he either has the Enigma ult dropped on him and or the Earthshaker ult to deal with the illusions, but he doesn't actually pop his Phantasm until he's sure that one or two of those ults is down, and then in this case he died first, so he had to buy back and come into the fight, and then he was able to use the Phantasm to its full potential, just chopping down the troll instantly twice. So he's not always going to have buyback as a tool, obviously, to be able to come back and those ults have been expended. So that's going to make the fight a little bit harder, quite a bit harder actually for the LFY to take.
Yeah, we actually see LGD pushing down the mid lane now. They've still got the cheese on troll, and they may be trying to take advantage of that lack of buyback to do just what you mentioned. No earn charges on Afu. It's a kind of small thing to note, but I feel like it's been a big part of these fights.
Yeah.
Every time he finds the Enigma, he's throwing them. We saw him throw them on the Earthshaker for the high ground push. Actually could come into play. His inability to cancel the Blink Dagger with an Urn may be influential.
Here they come, knocking down this mid lane. Ward's committed. Yao loses half his life to drop him. The Ward just hits him right in the face, but now LFY will return the favor. Start smacking down the wards, which will get this tower to almost half of its life.
You guys mentioned Afu earlier. He's just had such an incredible game on this Night Stalker. You kind of see the value of this hero in their hands, because a lot of times you see this hero, even if he gets off to a good start, just fall off. But he seems to always be in the right place. He's very disruptive on the backlines without committing and necessarily getting himself killed. Went for that Solar Crest. Like, he has a lot of itemization, given that he's not getting much farm or any resources other than staying alive and getting kills.
He's got 12, 5, and 14. Holy cow! I didn't even realize until you started talking about it. Like, this guy's actually gone off with getting actually the kills for his team. On a team with very stable cores, if you look at like what Super brings to the table, even Monet is maybe not the flashiest player, they've got a superstar flashy 4-position player who's willing to take risks.
Oh, good jump onto Ame, but was it a bait for the black hole? A Guardian Angel will come out though to save Monet through it, and Super continues to give him a little bit of extra life. Now they go to jump in, but maybe Dunk comes out, but yeah, not going to be super effective. He tries to run out the other side here, and this could be LFY's time. It's Monet cleaning house. He scores the triple, and LGD run the hell home, or at least just maybe will.
They've got some duration left on this CK ultimate. Maybe we'll get out of the Night Stalker's grip, but they are heading straight towards that top lane. Try and force some buybacks, even just take the fight. There's no more Black Hole, no more Echo Slam. That is the disaster of a team fight that LGD were not looking for, but LFY will capitalize on.
The other hidden benefits of in this case, bring down maybe.
Again, it's Afu. Links in, finds the kill.
Maybe he doesn't have buyback. This might be it.
Yeah, I think so. I think LFY may have just secured at least a game number 4 of this grand final. No shutout today, Jim.
How much goes back to that Echo before Blink on Shaker? That play right there was the starting point of the comeback for LFY, a team that was not meant to necessarily go and scale amazingly well into the late game. Managed to do so. They managed to actually match up to LGD's scary team fight through some great vision play from Afu's Night Stalker, and all in all, much better execution coming out from the LFY squad this game. Mega Creeps should be the game. We'll see if LGD has anything to say about it though.
Yeah, I felt like they could have had a chance to slam the door there, and they weren't able to take advantage of that. As you mentioned, both the last Roshans they've taken have been really ill-gotten gains, because they've lost the Aegis almost immediately afterwards, in addition to committing the ults. So they've been spread out a little bit in those fights. As you mentioned, like some of the team fight execution details, they're not as sharp as LFY.
Oh, confrontation here nearby. Monet and Ame begin to swing it out. Monet tries to run out the other direction, but it is going to be LGD looking to pursue as they commit down the wards. They get in, but it is going to be Black Hole from 11. But look at Super just helping out Monet from the outside. This could have been the final hurrah of LGD, and it's not looking like it's done too well. Move in, Dunk. almost able to get the finish with super. Does get dropped there. Okay, Phantasm now, and Monet begins to shred apart anyone in front of him. Yao trying to make it back out. Ame, he bought back. He's TPing in. Monet's waiting for him. He's ready to swing it. Oh no, but now maybe too many people are here. They will end up going down, and it looks like LGD might be able to fend them off. It's a costly defense what they do.
The LFY thought they could end the game there by buying back. They knew this in the Black Hole. They could save the CK there, get Pugna back, actually heal the CK back up. They could have just closed the game, but it's not going to matter. They still have mega creeps. Only way LGD can maybe play this one out is by going all in down mid right now. I don't think they've got too many more fights left in them, but at the same time, can they really just go for this all-out push? 75 seconds without CK, I don't see being a big enough loss for LFY.
Hey, how's it going? Maybe gonna get hit again from none other than Afu before he can even get into the fight. But they do find Afu to turn it around. The right clicks are there. Meanwhile, they running into action. There's the Guardian Angel. As they fight it out, they'll get him dead. That's game. Okay. Congratulations, LFY. We're going to be going to a game number 4 of the Grand Final. LGD may have had this one in the bag, but say executions, you can say, you know, a couple of slip-ups here and there. But LFY also played it very well. Good stuff.
I feel like LFY
Faker. This game is on.